And good morning. Welcome in again for another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks. And Dr. Beth joins us again in studio. Good morning, Doctor. How are we today?
I'm good, Mike. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. As another segment, another good talk in store, and we're going to be focusing on clear communication, right?
You're right, because, it reduces anxiety, and I think anxiety is rampant, let me just say. So let's remind our listeners what anxiety feels like and is. It's easiest for me to say that it's the physical evidence that we're trying to control the future or some outcome. We only want a specific thing, and so we feel unsettled, and people will say they feel jumpy, or their thoughts are racing, or they have heart palpitations, sometimes stomach and shortness of breath, stomach issues, and there's lots of worry, second guessing. And usually when you're trying to pin it down with somebody, it's because they're trying to get some vague goal, like a general thing that is not specific enough to know if you ever got it or not.
Okay.
Or they're trying to avoid some disastrous outcome, like life or death, feast or famine. Now, I will say anxiety short term is really helpful for us. That jolt that I get when the sirens are behind me on the road and I need to pull over, that's good. It gets my awareness. But because we can act, we can pull over, there's that relief and that release, and then we can move on. Mm-hmm. When we don't get that, it becomes a problem. And that anxiety is ineffective, it's overwhelming, and we basically get stuck. Our switch stays on. It's
lingering.
Oh, constantly. And it penetrates everything we do. Now, I want you to know it's very easy to create anxiety because we all do it. If you're a parent, you've done it. If you're a teacher or a police officer, anybody who has to have some authority, you've done it. You've said, hey, if you don't do this, this could happen. But you can do it accidentally. You can do it intentionally for yourself or others. Attach a dire consequence. You're going to fail if you don't do this. You're off the team, whatever. Or give the directions in vague general terms. Be unpredictable. Say one thing and do another. Change directions without notice. Those things create anxiety. And it's a type of control or motivation. Now, we can do it in a healthy way if we're a parent, because we can say, hey, if you do this or don't do this, this is the outcome. And then follow through. Okay, that's like the squad car going past you, the sirens. But it takes a lot of courage to use clear communication as a parent or as any authority or a communicator, because as soon as you make a stand, there are going to be people who will disagree with you. They're going to fight back. They're going to say it's a dumb idea, and that's okay. They should. But you've got to be able to speak up. Saying that makes you kind of become a target, but it also you know that it's reducing your own anxiety because you had the courage to do it. This is what I think we need to do. We can talk about it if you have a different idea. The information has been shared. We talk about specific responses. We have a backup plan. There's no dire consequences. If it doesn't work out, this is what we'll do next. If that play doesn't work on the football field, we got a backup plan. The next play comes along. So the difference between anxiety and confidence is in the communication. Clear communication brings flexibility in behavior and builds confidence. Say what you mean, keep it simple. If something changes, let people know. We want to reduce the anxiety that is rampant due to this vague and ominous communication. Dismiss it if you can't figure it out. Reduce anxiety and build courage in yourself and others with clear communication.
If there's not that clarity, then too many thoughts pop in, and sometimes you lean towards maybe the negative thought, the negative outcome, pessimism, or that type of thing. But someone that's got a clear plan, a clear thought, like you said, you might not agree with it, but okay, we're breaking through, and
we'll start with this and we'll move on. Yeah,
making a decision. That's right. And the anxiety can stick around, and you can just be an anxious person in general. Hopefully some clear communication can help reduce that anxiety. You can find out more about this topic. You can listen to this show and previous shows that we've done as well. You can do it all at safeharboril.com. Dr. Beth Plachetka and Safe Harbor with Facebook presences as well. So check it out, and make sure you join us again at the same time next week for another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks.